This has been a long fucking time coming. For those of you who are curious, you can still donate your hair and this is where you can do so. There's been some confusion as to whether places still accept hair donations. This is one of them. This will serve as my one and only haircut. Whatever is the outcome after this is it. No professionals, just me. I'm literally just taking a pair of scissors and hacking off as close to the top as I can. And whatever comes out, comes out. I'm probably gonna take my glasses off. Just have to be careful to avoid my ear and appendages here. But other than that, I'm ready to go. Oh my gosh. I feel like I'm almost there, but I am doing this blind, as in I have no clue what this will look like. All I know is that it feels very good to finally rid myself of this burden. Am I getting close here? What's going on? Ah! I am struggling here. Mostly because I can feel it hanging. Come on. Still a whole bulk at the back here that I need to hack off. Oh man. Come on. I'm feeling close. Okay. So what's left here? Here. Alright. Oh, almost there. There we go. Holy, that was quite an adventure. No idea how I look like, but honestly, I could care less. It is what it is. And it's over. Let me just shake it off. Holy. That's why I did it out in the earth open. Because, holy. Anyways, I feel a huge burden has been lifted off of me. I've had that hairstyle, this hairstyle, for entirely too, and it feels good to. The ponytail is shedding. In essence, I'm gonna talk to you while I prepare the hair and walk you through my decision. First, I feel like an entire weight has been lifted off my shoulders, literally, because this hair is however heavy it was. It was just a couple year-long experiment. I started growing out my hair in, I'd say, 2015. It probably reached its growth, maximal growth, in 2016 or end of 2017, something there. Maybe middle of 2016 is about accurate. And I had it as a huge experiment. The experiment was just to try out the kink lifestyle, and I know many people say I didn't have to have the long hair in order to be active or experiment romantically or pseudo-sexually, but I am a scientist at heart, and the scientist in me said that I wanted to do the experiment as maximally effective. So I already knew that makeup and clothing were way outside the realm of what I considered to be easy and attainable to maintain on the road. But long hair, I felt, would be the easiest way for me to do it. I was sorely mistaken, though, to be honest, looking back now, even though I've only had my hair hacked off for literally a minute. I'm surprised I was able to keep my hair long for another couple years after I grew it out to maximal length. Just, I'm shocked that I did it. And I'm happy it's over now, because everything that I needed to find out about myself, I now know. I'm fully okay with what's gone on. I'm fully and completely overjoyed right now with the freedom I feel. Now, I encourage you to search up that website and look through the list of instructions, because there are some instructions that you need to follow to donate your hair. Do not follow what I have done. Make sure you follow their instructions. I'm only doing this as a quick vlog idea. It's the reason why I did it outside, so that I could just pepper my front yard with my own hair as a tribute. That's what I'll say it is. It's a tribute. Okay, in all seriousness, I felt that I needed the hair the way it was in order to experiment with my true sexuality. Why so? I've immersed myself in the IDW biology especially, and I've realized a couple of human truths. I also realized that in order to be a true scientist, you have to fully commit. For me, fully committing was doing things completely outside the norm of what I would do, but still within what was acceptable. For some reason, I felt like just experimenting with the long hair because it was the first time I'd ever do it. And I also wanted to ensure that I did everything that I possibly could with the long hair before I hacked it off, because there were a number of things I wanted to do. For example, I wanted to participate in an erotic photo shoot, which I have since already done and posted on YouTube for everybody's viewing pleasure. I've also gone on a kink tear of about a year or so, mostly in 2018. As much as we would like to say that aesthetics are outside the realm of attractiveness, biology says differently. Aesthetics are a major component, at least of female attractiveness. So I committed myself to fully testing those theories out and allowing myself to feel whatever I would feel at the time. What I feel, or what I felt, was 100% confidence in who I am as a person. Connecting with people in the traditional romantic or sexual sense is far outside what I find to be both comfortable or a good use of my time. Just like some people, for whatever reason, dislike the color blue, I dislike all of that. Now, I'll probably spend some time YouTube researching why that might be for me, but beyond why it is, the more important conclusion is what it is. To know 100% that I'm over that shit is a freeing revelation. But the more freeing revelation is to know that you've tested yourself so that you know that closing the door is absolutely closing the door with 100% complete and accurate information to make a decision. If you never test yourself, you never know. And I've tested myself in every conceivable way possible, which is also why I allowed myself to keep the hair as a symbolism for as long as I felt it was necessary. Now, some would argue I still was muted in my experiments because I never wore makeup or dressed up in a provocative way. I did short periods of that while at formal kink events and at other parties. I did enough to know that I just have better things to do. That's fun to do as dress up every once in a while, but it's far more productive for me to do exactly as I feel inside, which is absolute freedom from burden. And that hair was very... Looking back, I'm actually surprised I was able to keep it for so long. Now, I mean it when I say this is just going to be my new hairstyle. Whatever has resulted, this is it. This is my new hairstyle. It's asymmetrical as fuck and probably choppy, but whatever. I would probably even shave it off sometime in the future, but that takes a bit too much time investment right now. I do have a shaver because I do shave my brother's head, but I think for all intents and purposes right now this is big enough of a change. I feel a lightness to me that I've been missing, and I feel much better about everything in general. Now, the only thing I'm thinking about is what to do. You know what? Like I said, follow the rules of what they've said about donating your hair, because that's important. I might have to do some post-treatment of it before I send it off, but in any case, it's done. I will vlog more in depth about my feelings towards it later, or now. In any case, I feel a lightness, I feel good. This has been a long time coming, and I'm happy with the outcome. Another couple practical points is that while I was diving, as you can well imagine, the long hair was consistently being tangled up in my dive gear, so I really should have cut my hair earlier. This was just something emotional for me, an attachment to me. The hair represented, beyond me experimenting around with my romanticism and sexuality, a symbolism of a period in my life. Now maybe things are going to change around a little bit. That remains to be seen. In any case, I think I'm quite exhausted with all of the build-up in many facets of my life. I've been meaning to vlog my ocean dives, but they were delayed for complicating reasons. But hopefully this weekend will be it. So I think I'm gonna leave it at that for today. Oh, I feel this great lightness, and I'm really surprised that I was able to keep the hair that long for that long. Even just showering is going to be so much easier now that like this. In any case, I think maybe I'm gonna go take a swim. What am I gonna do? I'll think about it later, but I've done what I've anticipated doing for today, and I might just rest and nap the rest of the day. But first, I really do have to hope these little bits and pieces are, this stuff here is just, here, I'll keep a lock. How does it go? Yeah, it's gonna end up looking asymmetrical, which is cool. It goes longer here and shorter up here. It's quite a postmodern hip look for me, which I've done before. Although it's a bit itchy on the shoulder, to be completely honest. Let me just hack it off a little bit more. It is itchy. More. Yeah. That's the great thing about not giving a fuck, is that you just do what you do.